Setup's good. Hey everyone, Fire Angel here. I am recording this February 17th, the day before Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 comes out. Um, Whether or not this comes today or tomorrow or whenever the video feels like uploading, I don't know. Because apparently, when you upload a video onto YouTube by your phone, it takes forever. So it could literally come out at midnight. Most likely, it'll be out by midnight. I don't know. Depends on how long I make this video, but I am taking it in one shot. And my boys come here. Hello. Okay. Come here. Mm-hmm. Say hi, buddy. I love my baby boy. Mhm. But the reason why I'm recording this the day before Chapter 5 comes out is I'm going to go over my predictions for it more in detail. Um, but I'm not just going to stand in front of the camera and uh, discuss what I think is going to happen because you guys are going to quickly get bored or whatnot. So, while I'm explaining my predictions, I figured I would dig out every single Poppy Playtime merchandise I have and talk. And then maybe at the end I'll go over what I'm going to do on Wattpad and whatnot. I don't know. And I hope you guys don't mind, but I'm going to have my Poppy Playtime music playing in the background. Because why not? Uh, it shouldn't be too loud. I hope YouTube doesn't like copyright me or something. Like I have it at like gonna have it playing on my iPad quietly, like quietly enough so you can hear me talk and whatnot, and to hopefully avoid a copyright infringement or something, but loud enough that you guys are able to still hear it. And I have it on shuffle too, because it is a very long playlist. I literally shuffle this every time I do chores or whatnot. I'm gonna have it playing in the background. I'm gonna show off the Poppy Playtime merchandise I have. And somewhere in between, I will like go over my predictions. There we go. That should be on shuffle. All right. Come here, bud. One more time. All right. There you go. All right. So my first prediction regarding chapter 5 is whether or not it's the final chapter. Because personally, I think I went over this when the gameplay trailer went out last week. I thought for sure it was going to be the final chapter. Like, Mascot Horror always has a thing with five. Five Nights at Freddy's. Bendy had 5 chapters. Like, it's just a concept. But I've seen in the following weeks since, I've seen people mention, like, oh, like, I think there might be a chapter 6. My thoughts on it, I'm still thinking chapter 5 is the final one, because there's nowhere else we're going to go, unless you're telling me we're going down to the center of the freaking earth. Like, I think chapter 5 and its labs are the final location. That's just my thought personally. It would be cool if we have chapter 6, and I know there's like this whole Poppy Play Park thing, but I think that's a spin-off game. Um, but that's my thoughts on it. Alright, before I go into my next prediction, I might as well start showing off merchandise. And I'm going to start off, oops, with one of my more recent ones that I got maybe in like October, maybe. But I got the U2's Huggy Wuggy figure. I got this off of Amazon. For when they had like some kind of deal going on, and I was like, okay, you're much cheaper than you were. I'm not sure if you guys notice how expensive U2s are. They're expensive. There's a reason why I only have Huggy. Not to mention the other figures are the player and Poppy, and maybe later down the road, just for the sake of the collection, I'll have them. But it's basically like, choose your favorite out of these three, because you're not going to get the other two for a long while. And you got Huggy. And I also have his box in somewhat good condition. Like, when he. That would be my cat. Um, when he came, the box was a little dented on the outside. Let me put Huggy there. Yeah, he can sit right there. I don't know. But the box, dusty. How long have you been sitting on the shelf? Yeah, I think I was correct in my assumption. I got this in October because it's covered in dust now. But I kept the box because why not? And it's a very nice box, but like it got a little bit dented when it came. And my delivery drivers for Amazon or DoorDash, they have a tendency to not exactly put in perspective. I once ordered some paperback books, and the Amazon driver left it out in the rain. Seriously, I have a back porch that's covered, and those books would fit in the mailbox. Why would you put them in the rain? They're like, I don't know. I've had so many disagreements with Amazon since. But the outside box is good. Inside is actually in much better condition than I remember. What the frick? I thought I ripped and tore into this thing because I have a thing against tape. Tape is like my worst enemy. I thought I damaged this. I guess not. Huh. Okay. Cool. The more you know, I guess. I thought for sure I ripped this part. But yeah, I still have the box in good condition, might I add, apparently. I love this song. This is my second favorite song. Oh, I hope my favorite actually plays. Oh no. Ooh, I got a good one coming up next. Here we go. It's a very slippery box too, because when I grabbed this off the shelf, it almost slipped right out. But yeah, I got the U2's Huggy figurine, and maybe one day I will get Poppy and Player. I also know on Amazon they have like these like action figure posable ones. I don't know. I bought a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's figurines that kind of look similar, and I almost like spent my entire paycheck one time on buying those, but I was like, nah, don't, because I looked through some of the reviews and some people had little iffy ones about it. They look cool. Maybe I'll get them. I don't know. But I will let you sit. Oh, you can't be seen on the camera. Oh no. Sorry, Huggy. Maybe I stand you on your box. Don't fall over. There, you can kind of see. You can kind of see him. Don't fall off the box, please. And that means cats don't jump on the chair. Alright. The next prediction I'm gonna go over, I think, is a very popular one. Is like regarding Huggy and Kissy. I've seen a lot of people mention that they think that Kissy's going to help Huggy, like she's going to help him become good. I love this theory, and I think it is correct because they stated multiple times that Kissy is Huggy's better half. There's like a thing in Fortnite, which I tried to play, but it didn't work out for me. My stupid computer couldn't handle it. There's apparently like notes. One of those notes, while it was more so specifically focused on Mommy and Daddy Longlegs, theorized Daddy Longlegs, I should add, it mentioned Huggy's experiment number 1170 in experiment 1172, which is theorized to be Kissy. They mentioned how she calmed Huggy down. I think this might happen in chapter 5. And if it does, that would be very cool. Otherwise, we're all going to watch Huggy rip Kissy in half, and I don't think any of us are going to be happy about that. I know I won't. Kissy's been through too much. Like, don't make her go through more. Alright, next up. Apparently, I thought I had more posters. I do not. But I got these at Five Below. They're upside down. It might be hard to see, but I got a Huggy one that says, oh god, I can't read that. Huggy Wuggy, he'll hug you till you pop. And it looks like it says, welcome, something, something. I really should open these. The only reason I have not is because I don't know where I'm going to hang them, or even if I'm going to hang them up in my current bedroom. Because, like, I don't want to fully decorate if I'm not going to, like, stay in the same place. I would like to get, like, maybe once I get my own place or something, I can decorate however I want, in which there will be a room filled with everything I love. Probably several rooms, because not only do I have a lot of Poppy Playtime merch, apparently, I have a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's, and I have a bookshelf that is full of Warrior Cats books upstairs. So, but yeah, I got the Huggy Wuggy one. If I remember, I got this for Christmas, like a couple years back, actually. Like in, let's see, it's 2026. I got this in 2024, I think. I got this for Christmas. The other one I have is a Yarnaby. I got this in Five Below. I don't remember when. Sometime last year, obviously, because Chapter 4 came out last year. It would make sense if I got it in 2024 or anything, right? But I got this in Five Below. I'm pretty sure this came from Five Below too, because I kept seeing it in there afterwards. It quite actually. Some of the stuff I got here, some of it is from Five Below, some of it is from Amazon, and others I got from the Poppy Playtime store. And then there's others that I just straight up got from like Christmas or my birthday. But there are my posters. There should be more, I feel like. I know there has to be more. I just have not bought them. Or found them yet, really. Because I could technically just go on Amazon and fill up my shopping cart with over 100 items. But I am broke. Not actually, but I will, like, I don't have the space for that kind of stuff. And I don't have, like, I'm not going to spend all my money on that. When I get into a shopping spree, sure. Like, I like to, like, go on a little shopping spree. Alright, while I figure out the next thing. Okay, let's see, I got plushies there, my blankets there, t-shirts here, got some. I'll just hold. Alright. I'm gonna hold up these. Because I got little tiny. I do have little tiny toys. Of some characters. And I actually have a box that has not been opened yet. Cool. Let's see, what else do I have here? I got, this is definitely from Five Below. It's like, they're little mini posters, there's 12 each. If this came out in probably 2023, maybe early, no, 2023, because Chapter 3 came out in 2024, and there's not anything with Catnap or the Smiling Critters. I got, like I said, I got in Five Below, yes. And again, I have not taken any of these out, and I don't think I even will. Because, like, it's nice. I don't want to damage it. Like, this is probably why some of it's not even hung up or anything like that. I don't want to damage some of the stuff. I like taking care of my things. Alright. And then I went over this not that long ago. I have the board game. I'm not doing another review on it, okay? Like, here. If you want to see the review on the board game, it was probably 2 videos ago? Maybe? I don't know. 2 videos ago, I made a review on this. And I haven't figured out how the lights out works yet. So, someone let me know if you know how that works. Uh, I'm not going to keep putting everything up here. I'm just going to put some of it there. Alright, the next one I want to go over, like, I know some people have wondered if maybe characters like Mommy and Catnap and Doey, and like everyone like that, wondered if they might come back. And I will say it does seem possible, but I don't think necessarily, like, they're obviously not going to come back the way they are, like, or the way they were. Um, it would be cool to see them back in some kind of twisted form, because the prototype does seem to be experimenting still. Like, he's continuing Playtime Co.'s work. Probably, I still think, if you guys know me from Wattpad, you know my book, Our Angel Salvation, and I went with the idea that the prototype is trying to reverse what happened. I think my cat is having zoomies. I don't know if you can all hear that. This is weird because, oh dear. My ginger cat, okay, I want to point out, ginger cats are supposed to be crackheads. I have a depressed one. And I can hear him having zoomies right now. Buddy, of all the times. And it's not like he doesn't have zoomies before or ever. He just likes to have his weird moments. I don't know. But yeah, will Mommy, Catnap, and Doey come back? I'm going to say maybe to that. Because they're not going to come back the way they were. Oh dear. They're not going to come back the way that they were. They might. The best way to say it is they might come back as a twisted form. Probably not like like a smorgasbord of parts like we think the prototype is, but they might come back as a twisted form. Kind of like I think that's what the Automals. That is a weird word to say. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like the Automals, like the one in particular that we see in the trailers, he seems to be, or I'll say they, because I don't know if it's a he or a she. They seem to be flipped inside out, like some kind of smiling or nightmare critter that got flipped inside out. And I've seen fan art of Catnap looking like that too, and it looks very cool. They might come back in like that sort of form. Probably more so Mommy and Catnap. Leaning more towards Catnap because there's not much of Mommy to salvage. Like, I know the prototype took her, but good luck figuring out what to do with a torso, a head, and an arm. Like, prototype, if you can figure that out, go for it. But Catnap, most certainly, because, like, he was the prototype's loyal servant, essentially his priest. Like, the prototype would want to do something with Catnap, I'm very sure. And if you ask me, I'm pretty sure Catnap knew what was going to happen to him. You can't tell me that the loyal servant of the prototype wouldn't want to somehow help his lord, his god, even in death. Like, there are literally religions and, like, there are history books that, like, go on about this. And I'm pretty sure it's, like, Like, just overall, Catnap wanted to help his god in life and death. And so he found a way to help him in death. By sacrifice, yes. Hey, buddy, are you good? Are you good? Come here. Come here. Ah. You get to be on camera multiple times today. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I love my baby boy. He's such a happy boy, too, sometimes. Yeah, but the reason why I kind of went over, like, got sidetracked and went over the idea of maybe Catnap and Mommy coming back, I don't think Doey would come back, because, one, he wasn't an ally of the prototype, and two, we didn't see the prototype take him. Maybe he did. I'm actually surprised he's catching a tail. We didn't see the prototype get him. He might have, he might not, I don't know. But also, how are you going to... Like, we froze Doey and killed him with a drill. I don't think he's coming back from that. Maybe. I don't know. There's some characters I want to see in Chapter 5, and there's others that just deserved better, honestly. But yeah, I went over that because the next thing I'm going to show you are the smiling critters, or at least the little minifigurines. Found some of them in Five Below, or like, hold on, let me hold up the ones that I got from Five Below, if I can remember. Because, like, they can be found in Five Below, sorta. Not all of them can be found in Five Below. Others are Target exclusive. And my friend actually bought some of these for me. What are you doing? Get away from my t-shirts, you're gonna shed on them. You will see eventually that cat fur and my t-shirts don't mix. Like my best friend bought some of these for me through blind bags from Target. The ones from Five Below are not in blind bags. They come in like a little plastic container that you have to somehow pop open. I spent 10 minutes trying to open the one because it was also taped shut. And from what I remember, because I don't have the blind bag bags anymore, like, it works like any other blind bag. Some figures are more common than others, and others are super rare and hard to find. And I seen people getting Nightmare Critter ones, so hopefully they come in my area soon, because I would like to get some of those as well. But we got Bubba, and I actually have a duplicate of Bubba, and I also have a duplicate of Catnap. I don't have them down here with me, they're upstairs right now. But I have a duplicate of these two. Bubba came from... Where did I get you from? He came from a blind bag, along with the duplicate. Because I think the ones that are in Five Below is Hoppy, Kickin', Bobby, and I think Dog Day and Catnap. I think. I don't know. Maybe Bubba came from Five Below. I don't know. It's been so long. I bought them all like last year or something. But we got Bubba. We have Catnap. Catnap came from a blind bag for sure. Because I remember opening him. And then I remember opening the duplicate. And I think I had like a third duplicate as well. No, 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 no. Sorsha, no, no, no. Come here. Come here. No, you're not laying back here. I'm sorry. Let go of the chair. Yeah. Now run along and have fun. We got Picky Piggy. I know for a fact that Picky Piggy and Crafty Corn did not come from Five Below, because apparently Five Below only had 5 or 6 of them that were going to be in the boxes. Everyone else you had to find in a blind bag. Fortunately, I got Picky Piggy. She was one of the more common ones, I think. Before anyone asks, no, I do not have Crafty Corn. No, I do not have the toy plushie Catnap. And no, I don't have Monster Catnap. Which sucks, because I would like all 3 of those to complete the collection. It's going to take ages to maybe find them. Uh, I'm probably going to have to buy like a whole box of these blind bags, and I'm going to get several more duplicates, but at least one of them has to be the rare, right? But yeah, we got Picky Piggy. I got her from a blind bag. Now I know this for a fact. Kickin' I got from Five Below. He was one of the first ones I got, along with Hoppy and Bobby that I have down here. And then I also technically got a duplicate of him in a blind bag. I gave that to my bestie. We got our girls, Hoppy and Bobby. They also came from Five Below. I bought them at the same time that I bought Kickin'. And I love these. They're so cool. The Five Below always has like these little treasures, because not only did I get them from Five Below, I've also gotten hold on, I got a notification. There we go. See, someone texted me. Sorry about that. Also from Five Below, I've gotten like the Rainbow Friends figurines. And yes, I do like Rainbow Friends. I tried to play it on Roblox once, but I think it was taking too long to make a match, or like, I don't know. I don't remember what happened. But I couldn't get a game in. And quite honestly, with how Roblox is, I've deleted my Roblox. Like, I uninstalled the app. My account probably isn't deleted because of that, but I've uninstalled it. I'm not playing it probably ever again unless, like, we get someone who can actually manage the game platform, because I do like Roblox. I liked playing the Warrior Cats roleplay on there specifically, but there were some of the game, like I wanted to play Rainbow Friends on there. I've heard of 99 Nights in the Forest or whatever it's called. Like, I wanted to play those games, and then Roblox decided to screw us all up, and now I'm like, okay, frick you, I guess. The last one I got is Dog Day. I also got him from a blind bag, and I also got a duplicate that I gave to my bestie. And if anyone, I don't remember if I mentioned this, the third Catnap duplicate I got, I gave him to my best friend too. Yeah, so she's got some as well. But that's all of them I have. Hopefully I find Crafty Corn so this set can be complete. Alright, next one I got. Apparently I also got this at Target. Like, I found it in Target and I was like, okay, you're coming home with me. And it's not opened yet. So I'm going to open it now. Probably rip the box open while I'm doing so. So the box is probably not going to get salvaged. But I'll be alright. Alright. And then while I'm opening it, I'll go over my next prediction. And this one's actually for Lily Love Braids. More so, probably a little bit more graphic, but I think I know how she's probably going to die, or how we're going to beat her. Now, as we all know, Lily, like, has very long hair, like, think Rapunzel, essentially. Oh wow, that opened nicely. Okay. I'm still not keeping the box, I'm sorry. But Lily has long hair, and my prediction is she's gonna get caught up in something, kind of like what happened to Mommy. Like, Mommy got her hand stuck in the grinder, and then we pulled the lever down and ground her up. Like, oopsie, sorry. But with Lily, she's going to get her hair stuck into something and it's going to get her killed. That's my prediction. And I might have an idea of where that could happen. It could be another case of a grinder, I don't know. But in the gameplay trailer, like there's a set of doors that, or maybe they're doors, maybe it might actually be some kind of machinery, but it's like a long hallway and they keep going down and we're racing through them trying not to get crushed by the looks of it. This might not be part of Lily's chasing, but I feel like that's a place where if she's running through, she's gonna get stuck because her long hair, like she might not get crushed, like her body might not get crushed, but her hair's gonna get crushed, like she's gonna get stuck. And that's gonna wind up getting her killed. That's my theory of what's gonna happen to Lily. In which, like, gruesome, yes. Sad, also yes. Especially since Lily seems like a very cool character. I like her. Alrighty. I got the TV out. Hold up. And for some reason, it's got like a slot in the back. I don't know what's that's for. Like, I can grab this and fit my fingers kind of through it. My fingers are small. But nice little TV. I like this. We can watch Smiling Critter cartoons. Mob, if you're watching this, I want a Smiling Critter cartoon now. Like a fully animated series. It probably will only run for one season, but who knows. Alright, let me get Dog Day out. But yeah, I think that's probably what's gonna happen to Lily. Because, like, with a lot of the characters, it's their designs that wind up getting them killed. Like, I know a theory back in chapter 2 was Mommy was going to be melted, and then they tricked us all by putting her in the grinder. But that also kind of led to her downfall because she got stuck. Catnap's design got him killed because the red smoke is flammable. By electrocuting, like when we electrocuted him, he's got sparks all over his fur, and then he goes to breathe the red smoke, goes up in flames. That, like, that led to him getting killed, like, or at least, like, injured, because I know the prototype came in and just stabbed him in the mouth. But if that hadn't happened, if he hadn't burned himself, he would have been fine, to be honest. And then Dowie, like, Dowie's the popular example here, he literally, like, you freeze him and crush him, and not to mention with the saws, too. Like, that's how, like, the that's the cool thing about Poppy Playtime, really. Like, the toys' designs, while they give them advantages, they also lead to their downfalls. Um, and that, like, I think Lily's hair, while it's her strength, because she can, like, she moves it around everywhere, uh, it's going to get her killed because she's going to get trapped somewhere and can't escape because of her long hair. And that's my theory with Lily. Alright. While I was finishing up with that, I got the boys out. Here we got Dog Day. A little stiff. Probably because of how long he was in the box. I don't know. But he's out. Looking very good. And we got Catnap. Also looking very cool. And he's not so stiff. They are a little stiff and like bending their elbow a little bit. And I'm not going to try and like move that on camera because there's a good chance it might break. And they don't have knees, unfortunately. But otherwise, very cool. Like this. How much you want to bet that someone customized their dog day to be cut in half? How much you want to bet that, guys? Alright. That was them. Okay. I think next up on the list. Let me put that there. Ooh, I know I can go over. Alright. Alright. Probably. I think this is probably going to be one of my favorite things I got in relation to Poppy Playtime merchandise. I got the orientation notebook. I got maybe, I don't think I pre-ordered it. I think I got not long after that. And this has been my saving grace while writing any of my Poppy Playtime fanfics on Wattpad, because it's so full of information. Like, it has everything you need, especially when you're trying to name the locations, because I couldn't remember half of it. And, like, it also helps with, like, figuring out the order of at least the first 3 chapters, because this only does cover the first 3 chapters. I know they're coming out with another book. I don't think it's going to be like something similar to this. I think it's supposed to be like an actual story. But I do believe they'll come up with another one of these to go over chapters 4 and 5. I hope so, because that would be cool. But this was a saving grace, and it's honestly a fun read regardless. Like, there's times where I just pull off the shelf and kind of read it for the sake of reading. And I definitely get it when I'm writing some of my other ones. Like, this was a big help with Our Angel Salvation for chapters 1 through 3. More so for 2 and 3, because chapter 1 I can easily just pull up someone's playthrough and be like, okay. Because chapters 2 and 3 take forever. I'm not watching someone's whole playthrough and then trying to remember what all happened. Because, like, when I went to write chapter 2, I actually almost forgot about the water treatment. I was like, wait, hold on, we need to get the water treatment in here. But yeah, this was a saving grace and a fun read. I recommend you all get it. Alright. The next thing I gotta get, it's currently covered in all my t-shirts right now, and then I'll go over some more predictions. Up we go. Let me carry these. I have a lot of t-shirts. I bought this recently. It's probably the most recent item out of everything here. It's the advent calendar. Did I open it like an advent calendar? No. As you can see, like, it's not, I don't even know how this thing, I still don't know how. Okay, so to point out, I bought this in like the last week of November, knowing fully well it's not going to come until the middle of December. And yeah, it did not come until the middle of December. And then when I got it, I'm trying to figure out, like, it, from what I understand, this top piece here folds down, and then that's where you open it like an advent calendar. However, if you can all see, it still has the tape. Because, like, when I got this, I was like, how does this open? And I thought, like, oh, the advent calendar is inside the box. No. Well, sorta. Like, the slots for the advent calendar is inside the box. But the calendar itself is not in the box. The calendar is the box. So I end up opening it from the side and finding all of them just sitting there. But yeah, got 24. Now, for those of you who don't know, the advent calendar comes with like 24 figurines, I think. Yeah, maybe. And 4 of those being bag, like the bag clips that you can hang from your backpack, and it seems to be randomized. Because on the box, you see a Kissy Missy figure. I did not get the Kissy Missy figure. And I've seen. What else have I seen people get? I don't know what everyone else gets. Like, the bag clips are always different. Sorta, I believe. That's what I've come to believe. And then the little minifigurines themselves, which there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There are 20 of them. And they all seem to be the same figurines, except they also seem to be in different colors. Because I was watching a TikTok the other day, and someone had. What color was it? There was a certain form of a Huggy figure that they had, where mine is like yellow. Theirs was blue. Uh, so it seems like the colors are different for the little minifigurines, and we each get like different bag clip of sorts. But overall, this is very nice. And maybe I can make like a little board game with them, because I don't know what else I'm going to do with them. But I'm going to hold them each up one by one, and then I'll go over my next prediction. This one regarding, apparently his name is Giblet. For those of you who are like, Giblet, who the heck is Giblet? Giblet is the little character that I literally compared to Buck from Ice Age, and I'm not the only person, because I've seen others. Here's the first bag clip. Got, get that out of your face. Got Huggy. He's giving himself a big ol' hug. Giblet, cause I also am on Twitter, and I saw the voice actor for Giblet mention, like, I had the privilege to voice this character, like that. I don't remember his name, I'm sorry. But like, that's how I figured out that it was Giblet. And I also think someone mentioned like he was Experiment 1202, which that answers that question. But the really big question is Giblet an ally or a villain? And here's a green Huggy figure I have. Here's my theory. I'm going to say yes, Giblet is an ally. However, I'm going to guess, kind of similar to Poppy, which currently I have. She's the tiniest little thing. I think Giblet, like Poppy, is going about things the wrong way, sort of. Like Poppy's idea to blow up the entire factory, not cool. Was not cool at all. Like we tried, Joey at least tried warning her like it was a bad idea. But of course that doll don't listen. But I think Giblet's gonna be somewhat similar. I think he's gonna have an idea that morally we all know is very bad, but we end up carrying it out anyway. And I also have a gut feeling that Giblet is probably doing things for his own good. Like he looks beaten up anyway. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he wants to like I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out what I'm wording. But that was another green Huggy I have, and there's a VHS tape. Nice little item. Giblet is doing something for his own benefit. He's probably going to have us do the dirty work, kind of like Poppy. Like, I don't know how many kind of twist villains a mob is planning on throwing at us. I actually don't even think they haven't really thrown any twist villains at us. Like, Granted, Poppy's the number one suspect on my list of being a twist villain, especially after the idea of, let's blow everything up. Like, no, I don't want to blow everything up. I would love to live in safe haven for the rest of my life. And here's Mommy. Perfect timing with the song, too. This is one of Mommy's songs. And she's a little bendy. But very nice. I think Giblet has, like, it wants something. I guarantee it. We're gonna see the game tomorrow, and he's gonna be like, yeah, do this for me. And then when we do it, he's like, yes, my nefarious plans have worked, and blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't want to think, like, a little tiny character like him is going to be bad, like, especially since he does seem nice. But then again, we all thought Ollie was nice, and look where that got us. In which I have a prediction about Ollie here too. Here's a yellow mini wuggy. I'm calling them mini wuggies, but for all I know, they're just different colored. You're my boy. You're my boy. I was so happy when I saw him. Part of the reason why I bought the outfit. They need to make another one of these, but with everyone. Because I would kill for a doughy figure. That and a Yarnaby one. And we got Huggy, even with his mouth open. Very nice touch. I'm just gonna go over the rest of these and I'll go back to the predictions. I got a grab pack. When these all came in like little baggies, and when it was still in the baggie, I was like looking at it trying to figure out what the heck it was, and I opened it, I was like, oh, it's the grab pack. Maybe it'll make drawing the grab pack much easier. Alright. I got Mommy. And the unfortunate thing is she's like all twisted up. This happens with like little plastic figurines like these. Like her legs are bent inward. I'm pretty sure she's supposed to be standing like that. But I really like her. She looks very nice. We got red mini wuggy. Looking very cool. I really should have like made a video of me opening this and whatnot, but no. I have the Poppy key from chapter 2. Mm-hmm. We've got the player with his grab pack. So you can't put the grab pack figure on the player figure. Unless you can, I don't know. I don't know. Put it on a wuggy. Let's see what happens. We've got Kissy, and you can tell this is Kissy because it's got eyelashes. Not just because it's pink, because I'm pretty sure she could have ended up as any other color in a different set. But she's got eyelashes. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get focus, dang it. It's not focusing. Okay. But it's Kissy. We've got Bunzo. Mm-hmm. We also got the train. And if you notice, it's got a hole in the back. And I'll go over what that is for here in a second. But the train's very nice. Now, this one I wasn't expecting to be in here because, like, I only ever saw pictures and very few videos. But apparently, you can get PJ. A very short version, might I add. There's no way they're going to fit all 22 links in here or however long he is. I think it's 22. But he was a very nice addition. I was not expecting him at all. Alright, we're back to the bag clips. And we've got the player with his grab pack. Or their grab pack. Sorry. The music's good. I like my playlist. Alright. The next 3 are just the same thing but different colors. I gotta put them together. This is why the train has a hole. It has cars that connect like so, and it would connect to the train as well. This was a very nice addition. Alright. I also was not expecting this. There's a Killy Willy figure in this. And yes, I do know who Killy Willy is. For those of you who don't know, Killy Willy is a fan character that got added into Project Playtime as a Huggy skin. And, well, by the looks of it, he was also added to this advent calendar. And he looks very cool. Like, it would have been cool if he printed out in black, maybe. But you know what? He's cool regardless. This was a very nice touch. And the last thing in here is the last bag clip. I have BoogieBot. It was very cool. I like BoogieBot. That was the advent calendar. Alright. I think next on the list... Ooh, I have that. Alright, I'm going to disappear from camera for a little bit, guys, once I put this in here. Oh, it's so flimsy. Uh-oh. Alright, I'm going to show you this next thing, and then we'll go back to some predictions while I go over some other items I have. Where am I going to put you? Please don't come down from your chair anytime soon. You're gonna knock everything off. Alright. I've got this little poster picture frame. It doesn't have Catnap or any of the characters from chapter 3. But it's very nice. It's even got Daisy. I just realized that. It's nice. No, this is not hung up in my room. Same reason as the posters. Eventually, I hope I can hang stuff up once I figure that out. But you got this, and I can't wait to hang it up wherever I figure out where to hang it up. Alright. Let's see. Plushies or t-shirts or blankets. I'll go with the blankets. Alright. So, I'm going to warn you guys, I'm going to keep going back and forth here as I bring my blankets out here. So the volume might change a little bit. I apologize for that. This is one of the new ones. But my next prediction, while I'm grabbing my blankets here, my next prediction is about Ollie. Now, let's see. Now, as we all know, Ollie in chapter 3 was an ally, and he still kind of was in chapter 4. Oh god, I don't think the camera's picking at this. Oh no, the rest of them are all like flies. Or highways, I don't know. But here's one of them. Catnap. God is bigger than I am. This is what happens when you're short. But Ollie, an ally, an unseen ally too, because we don't know what Ollie looks like. We all know at this point that Ollie is the prototype. I kind of suspected that after I learned about the tape where the prototype mimics voices. Like the moment he did that, I was like, oh, hold up. Hold the phone. And no, that sweater is not a Poppy Playtime thing. That's just my sweater. I'm just trying to make room here. Um, but like, yeah, like it kind of had that feeling that once you learned that the prototype mimics voices and you conveniently cannot see what Ollie looks like, you kind of get to thinking that maybe they're one and the same. And I think quite a few of us were right about that. There's Pianosaurus. Oh god, I'm too short for this. I don't think I'm backed up. There's a chair in the way. Got Pianosaurus. But yeah, but at least we got the answer of like who Ollie was in the games. That he was the prototype, just mimicking a voice and tricking us all. But here's the real question: who the heck was Ollie in the first place? Like, what what happened? Like, who was Ollie? What happened to him? Is he even still alive? And here's my thought process. I am convinced Ollie is dead. Like in chapter 4, this was the first blanket. Oh, it's backwards. This was the first blanket I bought. Mm-hmm. There we go. Um, like in chapter 4, when Poppy asks, "Was there ever even an Ollie?" the prototype responds, "Yes, there was, but that was a long time ago. Ollie's dead, period." And it sounds like Poppy knew Ollie personally. Like, I believe my thought process is Ollie was a doll, is similar to Poppy, maybe even like her counterpart, kind of like Huggy's counterpart is Kissy, Mommy's is Daddy. I think Ollie was supposed to be a counterpart to Poppy. Um, and like he died a long time ago, I'm thinking. I don't know how long ago, but long enough for like Poppy to not realize like, oh, my friend's been dead. Grandpappy's also been in a case for a very long time. But the prototype also knew them. And let me grab the mouse button while I'm talking. The prototype knew Ollie as well. And maybe the prototype killed Ollie, maybe he did not. I don't know. But my belief is Ollie was a doll, similar to Poppy. Got this one. Yeah, I'm too short for these. Ollie was a doll, knew Poppy, probably even personally, could, and the prototype knew Ollie shortly. Ollie's dead, and there might be a good chance Ollie might have died before the Hour of Joy as well. Because there's also a VHS tape in Chapter 4 that I think we find in Safe Haven. I know the TV is in Safe Haven, where it's Poppy and Ollie talking, and I think they're talking over the phone. And Poppy mentions how they like keep operating on her and like taking things out and putting them back in and taking things out and putting them back in. That sounds like when like the possibility of them being still in the factory with the humans, because I think Playtime Co. kept uh, like observing Poppy to like studying her so they could figure out how to make everyone else. And I gotta rewatch that tape, but I think they were talking over the phone. Not to mention, Ollie says, for you, I'll always be there or something, and then conveniently the prototype says it later. I got a W blanket. Mm-hmm. Um, like, I think Ollie's been dead before the hour of joy, and Poppy's been tricked into thinking that Ollie's still been around this entire time. Which also fits into the whole, like, but that was a long time ago. Because he died a long time ago. Let me get the next thing. Because that's all the blankets I have. Eventually I might get more, but I don't think I have room on my bed. I got this. Haven't used it yet. Probably might use it now to put everything in here. But this is a nice one. But anyway, here's my prediction of Ollie. I think in chapter 5 we'll learn more info about him. Because, like, the thing I'm most looking forward to in chapter 5, besides seeing the prototype and Huggy and Lily, is the lore. I love learning about the lore. And I think that, like, some of the lore that we get from the game seems to follow, like, a theme. Because I know here's a fun fact for you. All the notes that we find in chapter 3 are all just Miss Delight's notes. Um, but, like, you have, like, the tapes in chapter 2 kind of, like, like, saying, like, things haven't. Let me think of my words. Like, the chapter 2 tapes, you had some of them, like, people saw something that they weren't supposed to. Um, chapter one's tapes kind of just more so set up the game and the lore, and it kind of made you think, like, something's not right here. Chapter three's tapes painted the picture of, like, what was going on in Playcare and all of that. Like, you had a tape of Samuel Lee being adopted, in which, if anyone asks, I think Samuel Lee is Huggy, because you can't just tell me that you dropped the name of a random kid and expect us to forget it, especially since, like, I think the tape we find after Samuel Lee's was Kevin's tape, and then lo and behold, we get Kevin in chapter 4. Like, you can't tell me Samuel Lee's not important to the story somehow. And I also think Rich is important to the story, in which I'll go over a theory with him as well. But I think chapter 5 will get more lore on Ollie and who he was, or is, because maybe he's still alive, but I doubt it. I'm pretty sure he's dead. He's dead. And we'll get more info on him. I'm certain of it. Alright, next thing I'm going to go over is the few plushies I have. I don't have a lot, but I have a few. I'm going to start with the tiny ones. Oh no, they're buried. There, come here. Come here. Come here. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. So, here's your fun fact, folks. These were the first 2 plushies I ever got of Poppy Playtime. And I got them from my best friend for birthday? Christmas? Birthday or Christmas? It's been 2 years. I'm sorry. But we have Catnap and Dog Day. And they're very nice. They sit on my bed. There's not a whole lot of room on my bed because I have other plushies that aren't Poppy Playtime. But they're very nice. Catnap's got a very long tail. And Dog Day's got, like, a little fluffy one I can wag. But they're very nice. I like them. Oh no. Catnap done. Here you go. I'll set them back here behind the camera. Right. The next one I got is a little mini catnap. I think this one I bought myself. Like, there's a massive there was like some kind of sale going on. I think it was like a Labor Day sale or something similar to that. And I had like a gift card. No, Poppy Playtime store does not sell gift cards that I know of. I just had like a Visa gift card or something that I wanted to use. And so I went onto the site and I bought everything that I could fit into the budget of said Visa card, which I think was like $100 or something. Don't ask. And like I had a little bit of room left, I think, because it was mostly just t-shirts, probably one of those blankets. And I was like, I have enough space. I'll buy like one of the little mini catnap plushies. And so I did. And he's very cute. He also sits on my bed somewhere, usually crammed into a corner. Here you go, bunny. And then we got Crafty Corn. I got her for my birthday from my bestie. She's got a zipper, but it's not an actual zipper. Like this does not zip down, so don't try. And I got her just this past birthday. She's very soft too. And she isn't covered in fuzz like the first catnap and dog day I have. They're covered in cat fur. Oopsie. But Crafty Corn. And it's only 3 o'clock. This is gonna be a long video, folks. Yeah, it's already past the hour mark. Alright. Do we go and... Who did I even get first? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. We'll go in order of what I remember. So, first ones I got. This might come as a surprise for you folks. But of course I ended up buying the boxy pillow, because why not? And I've used this for a pillow since early last year, I think. Maybe even late 2024. And he's very flat now. And I also entered that giveaway where they had an even bigger version of him. I did not get it, unfortunately. But whoever did get him, good job. But he's like, you need fluffed up. I've laid on him for so long. Alright, and then the next one might also be a shocker for you all. So, like, in order of the plushies I got, the catnap and the dogwood day one I got first. But I'm not the one who bought them. So the very first plushie I have bought related to Poppy Playtime is, of course, Boxy Boy. Can you blame me? I could not resist. And his arms do stretch, though probably don't stretch them out. Because he's got like a little limb in there, sort of. But like he's got the little crank, he's got the lid. And he's still very fluffy. Sits like near my pillow, actually. Buddy, come here. Say hi. Say hi to the people. You said no, get me out of here. But yeah, this was the very first one that I bought for myself. Because like, Catnap and Dog Day are the first plushies I ever got. But I didn't buy them. And even like that little mini Catnap one, I bought in a different shopping spree. If I remember, I actually think I got Boxy just on his own because I was like I saw him and I was like, you're coming home. There's my boy. The second plushie I got, I did not buy this one, but I was planning on buying him. I just wanted to save up some money, but my best friend beat me to it. This was my Christmas present, my recent Christmas present. That's part of me. He's posable. His mouth can. For those of you wondering what I just saw, I think my cat just knocked out a baseball from underneath the couch. So there's now, yep, there's now a baseball in the middle of the floor. Have fun, buddy, have fun. But he's posable. His mouth opens, and like there's magnets in him. That's how his mouth opens. And like you can brush him out. Like literally the first day I got him, I spent about 3 minutes brushing his fur. Here's the baseball, folks. Here you go. Go get it. But yeah, oh my god, I love Yarnaby. He's so cute. Shout out to my best friend for getting me Yarnaby. She knows how much I love him. He's just a baby. Alright. Here we go. Let me throw the baseball for my cat again. Alright. And then the next one is not a plushie really, but Squishmallow. I never got a Squishmallow before, and this is my first one, so. I also got this from my best friend the same time I got Yarnaby, so Dowie is also a recent Christmas present. He's also become a pillow. He's gotten a little flat since. But yeah, very comfy pillow. I like this. And if I'm like, it seems like they're coming out with more Squishmallows because I know the first batch was Dowie, Catnap, Huggy and Kissy. I saw on Instagram that they have like Mommy, Dog Day, Hoppy, and somebody else. I don't know. I don't remember. Let's see. Is Mommy, Dog Day, Hoppy, maybe another smiling critter? That makes sense. I don't know. Or maybe it was Poppy. I don't know. I don't remember. Will I buy more of these? Maybe. But honestly, Dowie was my favorite one out of the batch, so I'm satisfied. I also saw that they came out with like a ruined Huggy one, so that's pretty cool. And that's all the plushies. Alright. We also got t-shirts. But before I go over them, I figured I would go over another prediction I have, this one regarding the prototype. And who I think is the identity of the prototype. Now, I know a lot of people think that Elliot Ludwig is the prototype. I'm going to be honest, I don't agree with that theory. It never made sense to me. Like, I know people have planned out like some similarities, but there's very few similarities. And I know that the experiments seem to like lose their humanity. They don't remember who they were in their previous life sometimes. But I just don't think Elliot is the prototype. It never made sense to me. It never will make sense to me. If he does turn out to be the prototype, I will be shocked, actually. And then maybe start demanding answers like, what do you mean? But I just don't agree with that theory. I've always believed that it's actually Rich who's the prototype. I've believed that since, well, I got into the fandom around chapter 3, so I believe that since chapter 3. And chapter 4 kind of threw me through a loop with this theory, because, like, it seems Rich might, in chapter 4, the Rich tape, he seems to, like, they mentioned something about people disappearing, and that might mean, like, oh, the experiments are eating these people. But, like, if Rich is just an average Joe guy, why does he show up in every chapter? Like, the only characters that ever show up in every chapter is Huggy, because he's the face of the franchise, Poppy, because she's also kind of the face of the franchise. I dare say Kissy, because we saw pictures of her in chapter 1. The prototype, obviously. But the only, like, human characters would be Leith. We've known him since chapter 1. We've known Stella since chapter 1. And we've known Rich since chapter 1. And if Rich is meant to be some average guy, then why does he show up in every chapter? Like, maybe he's not the prototype, but if he's not the prototype, he still plays a huge part in this story. You can't tell me he's not important somehow. He knows things. Like, I don't know. Rich is a more important character than we believe. And I'm convinced he's the prototype, but regardless, there's something about him that makes him essential to this story of Poppy Playtime. And I don't know what it is. Like, of all the things that, like, of all the lore related items and VH tapes that we're going to find in Poppy Playtime Chapter 5, the one I always look forward to is seeing the Rich tapes. Because it paints more of a picture for his story. Like in chapter 1, he's complaining. Chapter 2, we find out he's been demoted. Chapter 3, he gets a position from Stu. And then chapter 4, we kind of see him in the position that most likely he got from Stu. So chapter 5 is probably going to continue that storyline of Rich's. But it's going to come down to, we're going to find out who Rich really is. Like, something happened to him. I don't know. I am convinced that Rich is the prototype, or at least somehow important to this story, because there's no way he's not. And that's about all my predictions. Really, all my main ones. There's also little mini ones I have. Like, I think, uh, I we'll have a boss fight with the prototype. I hope and pray box season story. Please. Oh my god. I feel like the doctor's not really dead also. Because I feel like, for one, he got wasted in chapter 4. Let's all agree that right now. The doctor was wasted in chapter 4. They were clearly just more so building up towards Dowie being the final boss. So you could tell that from the very beginning. If they wanted the doctor to be more of a threat, they would have done something to make him more of a threat. But that's all I can, like, that's all I'm guessing and all I'm hoping for with chapter 5. And like I said earlier at the very beginning, I'm recording this February 17th, the day before. So I can't wait to see what happens tomorrow. And I'll see if this video can come out before tomorrow. Yeah, I could have wrote this in Wattpad maybe, but he likes the baseball. Like, I could have wrote this all down in Wattpad, but I could easily just go back in and edit and make it look like, oh, I predicted this. I can't edit this video once I upload it on YouTube now, can I? But that's all I got. And we're down to the last bit of merchandise I can show you guys. And we'll start off with probably, if I'm correct, this is the first ever piece of Poppy Playtime merchandise I ever got. And it was a Christmas present from my sibling back in 2024. That, like, That's when I also got that Huggy Wuggy poster. Ta-da! This was the very first one I ever got. And I will be wearing this tomorrow. I will actually fold you and put you somewhere nearby so I can keep you out for tomorrow. But this is the very first one I ever got. And let me go over the rest because you'll see like I have a specific color code. Like I usually only ever wear black, gray, or dark colored t-shirts. This one actually, hey, hold on. Excuse you. What are you doing eating on plant? Hmm? It's a culprit. She was eating a plant. Oh, you look like a teddy bear. Go on, be free. Don't eat the plant. But I am wearing one of my catnap t-shirts right now. And this is the only white colored t-shirt. Besides, like, a different random one I have upstairs that's not Poppy Playtime. But yeah, this is the only one of the bunch that's a white t-shirt. Sorta. It's more like a creamish, purplish color. I don't know. But while I'm going over these, I will also go over plans for this week. Because, oh, we got the doctor one. Of course, I picked this one up first. Here we go. Before anyone asks, no, I'm not a doctor simp. I just wanted this t-shirt. Out of all the doctor ones that were there, this one was probably the coolest. I'll toss them back over here. My plans for this week. Obviously, tomorrow I'm going to watch chapter 5. Like, I'm going to be hanging out with my best friend tomorrow, so we'll end up watching it together. At least that's what our plan is, our goal. But either way, I will be watching chapter 5 at least sometime this week, be it tomorrow, Thursday, or Friday. Granted, I work Thursday and Friday. So, people on Wattpad, don't be surprised if I'm not active this week, at least on those 3 days. Because I will be trying to avoid spoilers if I don't get to watch chapter 5 tomorrow. Guy Yarn B1 here. Like, I want to avoid spoilers. Like, I obviously won't be able to escape all of them, but I at least would like to watch the game and get my thoughts. Got Boxy one. And probably like maybe sometime next week, I will sit down and record another video regarding my thoughts on chapter 5 and what all happens. Got a mommy one. This is the only mommy t-shirt that's not like Project Playtime themed that I have. I need to get more of them. That'll be my next shopping spree. I'm gonna buy a bunch of mommy long legs t-shirts. But yeah, chapter 5 comes out tomorrow. But that's not the only exciting news about this week. Because you see, Saturday is the 21st of February. For those of you who don't know, my fanfic story on Wattpad, Our Angel of Salvation, was first published on that day. Good. It was published back in 2024. Like it was a couple weeks after chapter 3, and when chapter 3 dropped, that was like my favorite chapter. If anyone's wondering, I've grown to like chapter 4 more and more despite the bugs. Because like of all 4 chapters currently, I like how chapter 1 set up the premise of the whole series. I like how creepy chapter 2 was. Chapter 3 was awesome with the lore. Chapter 4 was the most emotional one. I really like the storyline of chapter 4. But yeah, like I had just gotten off of like watching chapter 3, and like I was like thinking to myself, like this would be a good idea for a story on Wattpad, because around the time I was having a hard time writing anything else on Wattpad. And granted, in 2024, I had a hard time writing anything in general, except for my own published book, Agents of Gap. Highly recommend it. Um, but like, I thought to myself, like, let's write an AU where everyone lives, or at least almost everyone lives, because there's some characters that are dead. Sorry. Um, but yeah, like, I it was first published February 21st, 2024, and so this Saturday it will turn 2 years old, and like I've already mentioned that I'm going to be working on an updated cover for the story, and like all I have to do is put into Sketchbook app and like draw over it. I plan on having that done before Saturday, but there is something else. Um, like another story that I want to write. This one is sorta in canon with the series, the Poppy Playtime Salvation series or universe, however you want to call it. Um, it's sort of canon, but it's sort of something fun to do, kind of like the Ask Playtime book I have or my Poppy Playtime art book I have on Wattpad. This is something fun for um, the viewers, and I'm kind of hoping you all like it. But not to keep up the suspense any longer. But I'm just gonna announce it right now. It is going to be titled Poppy Playtime Among Us. I'll just let you all stew on that for now. And I will see you all later. Bye, everyone.